Hello, class. My name is Joe Chow. Before I start my informational speech, I would like to thank my audience for helping me with all my videos. Thank you, audience. Although my audience was allowed to view my visual aid, I did not explain to them what each picture means. While watching the CBS This Morning show about 2 weeks ago, reporter Gayle King brought up a topic that interested me. It was undercovering history. Basically, it caught my eye. After watching the news segment, I found myself doing research on the Catawba. Boy, was I shocked when I read the information. Hopefully in the coming days, months, and even years, I have the answer to my thesis statement, which is the cargo of the Catawba. How did it affect Timothy Meanor, Cudjoe, and his descendants, and Ben Raines? Timothy Meanor was a wealthy Mobile slave ship owner who basically made a bet that he could smuggle 125 African slaves from Africa to Mobile. It was basically a bet. So how did he smuggle the slave? He used his own personal cargo ship called the Catawba. It was originally built for hauling lumber, not hauling slaves. Legend has it that on March the 4th, 1860, Timothy Meanor and 11 other passengers left Alabama and voyaged to West Africa to pick up 125 slaves. But he only purchased 110 because authorities were watching the water for slave trafficking. He purchased them for $9,000 in gold, which was a lot of money back then. He left Africa in July 1860. After returning to Alabama, Mr. Meanor here encountered another problem. He had to upload his cargo upstream because of the trafficking. Was a lot of trafficking there. According to Telegraph, he placed the 110 slaves to another ship. He tried to burn the Catawba, he thought. So what happened to the African slave after slavery? They eventually relocated to a place called Africatown. They spoke their own language and started their own school. They started their own education. According to Africa on the Rise, Cudjoe was the last African slave to die. Of course, the story was fictional because there was no proof that Timothy Meanor smuggled slaves, which leads me back to reporter Gayle King's story, Undercovering History. Because of recent low tides, according to Mobile Bay, viewers can see what is the starboard side. Ben Raines here. Ben Raines, a reporter that visited the place. He visited the starboard side. He know how important it was, and there was proof that it belonged to the Catawba. The discovery would not only shed new light on Timothy Meanor, but it also finally proved the truth that Cudjoe Lewis was telling the truth. I guess I can say that the proof is in the mud. Oh, do anybody have any questions?
Yes, I have a question. I would like to know what caught your eye about this, the report.
I found it interesting because it's discussing about slaves, and we're in Black History Month, so the topic kind of adds on to it.
So what you're telling me, in the next couple of months, if we continue to watch the news, we'll find out more about, does the ship actually belong to Starboard, and the ship does belongs to the Catawba?
Hopefully we will. I believe we will. We had to watch the scene, but I believe we will.
And so you say all this basically stemmed from a bet?
From a bet that he could smuggle 125 slaves from West Africa to Mobile, Alabama. Do you have any more questions? If not, that concludes my informal speech.
Thank you.